You know, I, I just, but a kick in the fifth round, like, what's up, people? Y'all thought I forgot about y'all, man? Nah, I'm just out of town. That's why we not in our normal spot. And I don't got a nice cigar, but I did have my cigar. I'm in the hotel, but I did have my cigar. I went downstairs to make sure I had it prior to this video. Now, I've been waiting on this draft to be done. I was going to make a video after the first round, but I said, nah, let me wait till it's done so I can knock it all out at the same time. So I've been wanting to make this. I just had to wait. Now, I want to shout out the Denver Broncos because the Denver Broncos had the best draft, in my opinion. The Denver Broncos had a good draft. I think the Green Bay Packers had a very good draft. Who else had a pretty good draft? The Chicago Bears had a great draft. I think the Vikings had a pretty good draft. Who else? I think that was it. Yeah, that's all who I think had like rated A drafts, in my opinion. As far as the Bucs, I gave us a C plus, man. C plus. If I'm optimistic, I gave us a B minus. But to keep it real, I gave us a C plus. Now we're gonna tell the truth. You know that's what we do on this channel. We tell the truth. Shout out to Guinness, man. Here's why I say that. Prior to the draft, Bruce Arians said, if you draft him for need, then you're going to lose. That's basically what he said. Looking at our picks, it looked like we drafted for need. And we did need these. We did need these picks. Now, we go back to my draft selections. Everything would have been cool until the Raiders drafted that dude from Clemson. Even the Raiders fans was like, I know. Somebody always throw the draft off. And that's who did it, was the Raiders. And y'all draft wasn't even that good. It was good, but it wasn't even that good. All them picks y'all had wasn't even that good. Anyway, so let's talk about the Bucs. Here's who we drafted. I know you all know, but in case you don't know, you need to be reminded. We drafted, with our first pick, we drafted LSU linebacker Devin White. Now, Devin White has been the consensus pick for the Bucs the whole time. Pretty much since draft talk started and they started really doing mock drafts, Devin White was always the pick. I will tell you that I thought he was going to go to the Raiders, the pick before us, but they threw out that crazy pick, which was like, all right, well, then fine. If y'all ain't going to take him, we'll take him. Quentin Williams was off the board. That's who I thought we was going to get. But he was already gone, in which we kind of knew that anyway. Then we got Central Michigan's defensive back, Sean Bunting. Let me tell you about Sean Bunting. Oh, first of all, let me tell you about Devin White. We already know about him. Great pickup. He's going to be great in our system. I don't like that pick at number 5 when you had all of that firepower on that defensive line. We could have had the defensive line looking menacing. I mean, menacing. But they went with Devin White. And Devin White's going to be a great player, don't get me wrong. I just don't feel like we should have picked him at 5. Now, we wouldn't have been able to get him. He would have been gone by the time we picked again. There's no way we would have got him had we not got him in. But, man, I would say this. If you picking in the top 5, if you're a good team, you never pick in the top 5. You always have to either go to free agency and get you these great players, or you just got to find these needle in the haystacks or these picks late in the draft that just pan out, or you got to have a coaching staff that's able to coach the best out of players, and the best team's able to do that. So when you got to pick in the top 5, it's almost like everybody wants you to trade down, but it's almost like how often, if you're a good team, how often are you going to get to pick this high? If we look at some of these teams that picked in the top 5 now, I mean, the Giants have been good over the years. Went to a couple Super Bowls with Eli Manning, but now they picking in, they ain't even picking the top 5, picking the top 6. So, and the Raiders, the Raiders got opportunity to be not picking in the top 5 for years to come. You know what I mean? Even the Arizona Cardinals, they got a chance now. They got Kyler Murray to be not picking in the top 5 for years to come. So when you got a chance to pick in the top 5, you should probably keep it. So Devin White is a great pick. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't feel like he should have picked in the top 5. Now, moving on to Sean Bunting. We picked him in number 39 overall, and that's a great pickup. He's got that speed. He is very fast. I mean, everybody we picked got great speed. Greedy was there, though. Now, I told y'all I didn't like Greedy because Greedy don't like to tackle. Greedy got tackling issues. And one thing about Tampa defense, it's going to be a lot of man. You're going to have to tackle. It's going to be a lot of press. If you get beat, you're going to have to tackle. And if we ever play zone, you're going to have to tackle. So you got to tackle to play the game of football, and he don't like to do that. He will do it. He don't like to do it. And so I thought there was a knock on Greedy Williams then, that he don't like to tackle. Now, this dude, Sean Bunting, he will tackle. He will hit you. And as a matter of fact, and I know y'all read this too, Sean Bunting has not allowed a touchdown the entire season. No one in 2018 season scored a touchdown on him. He does not let it happen. Or he did not let it happen, I should say. So he's fast. He don't mind being physical. He like being physical. He's a big corner, and he ain't allowed a touchdown all season. That's pretty damn good. Here's where things start to change a little bit. Then we got cornerback out of Auburn, Jamel Dean. Now, I like Jamel Dean as far as his speed, but we're going to have to work with this guy, man. We're going to have to work on this guy coverage skills. I was watching some of his tape, and he late to the ball sometimes, but he do got catch-up speed. And see, we already got somebody like that in Vernon Hargreaves. Vernon Hargreaves got catch-up speed, but we need you at the point of impact. As soon as the ball get there, we need you there. We don't need you letting him catch it and then catching up to him. And he's very fast, so he'll be able to catch up to him, but I don't like that. And the same thing with Mike Edwards, man. Mike Edwards is really, really good safety, which we drafted right after him. I thought there was some better safeties on the board, man. And but to go after him, I mean, like they wanted that physicality. Mike Edwards is a real physical safety. So he's going to be okay. All these guys are going to be okay, man. It's just I feel like there was better talent on the board there. I mean, it seems like they was picking for certain talents that these people could do, not necessarily the overall player. Does that make sense? Devin White was different, and I think Bunting was different where they wanted the overall player. But I think after that, it was just you specifically very good at this, and in our scheme, you will fit very perfectly. Now, that is the model that the New England Patriots follow, so it could work. But we ain't the Patriots, and they bring people in for a specific niche move that you got. And they abuse the hell out of it, and it's unstoppable normally. So these guys after Sean Bunting are just very good at like specific things. So we traded with the Rams from 70 down to 94. Took their 2 picks, 94 and 95. 94 and 99, and got Jamel Dean, the cornerback, and then we got Mike Edwards, the safety. The thing that's crazy about that, though, man, is man, we went DB heavy. Like, I know we need DBs, but Jesus, man. We went so DB heavy, like, I would have loved for us to, go offensive tackle at that point. After that Jamel Dean pick. After that third pick, the second DB, man, we should have went offensive tackle, man. Like, that's crazy. They didn't see somebody worthy of it. Anyway, so after that, we went and got Iowa's outside linebacker or defensive end, however they want to play him, Anthony Nelson. Now, I like this dude. This dude is just like Carl Nassib. And I'm not saying that because he's white. He plays just like Carl Nassib. He got a very, very high motor, man. This guy don't stop. And the thing about Carl Nassib is Carl Nassib don't stop, man. Neither does JPP. They don't stop. Like, you can block them, put your hands on them, and they're going to run you all game long. So at some point, somebody got to give. Either he going to give or you going to give. But he going to hit you with that motor all game. And that's what we like. That's what we need, man. We need players that's not going to give up on the play because they got blocked. Our offensive linemen do that a lot. We had running backs that did that a lot. They get jammed up and they just stop, like the play over for them. I'm glad that a player like Carl Nassib and JPP changed the dynamic of that line to where you knew that the Bucs defensive line just was never going to stop. And Anthony Nelson is going to add to that. He was picked at number 107. Then we got, this hurt me. This hurt me, man. We got Utah's kicker, Matt Gay, at number 5. Oh, my God. I mean, in the 5th round. Oh, my God. Like, now I will say this. To Jason Light's credit, okay? There were teams that was going to get this guy. The good thing about Matt Gay is a very accurate long-distance kicker, okay? He's a very accurate long-distance kicker. So, from like 40-plus yards, we shouldn't have to worry if we're going to make it. Even though we re-signed our old kicker from last year, we still had to worry. Every single kick, like, oh man, is he going to make it? Is he going to make it? If you look over the league last year, there were a lot of kickers not making it. I mean, we could look at, I think, the Eagles game where they lost because of the kicker missed it. I think the Broncos lost. Yeah, the Broncos lost 2 games because the kicker missed it. We lost a bunch of games because the kicker missed it last year, or the year before last when we had Nick Folk. So kicking is very important. Don't get me wrong. But we already been down this road, man. We already been down this drafting the kicker road, man, and they drafted me in the 5th round. Shit, I'm glad you didn't draft me in the 3rd round, you know. Jason loved to draft these kickers, man. That hurt me. I was like, oh my God. Like I would have rather suffered a little bit on the kicking just because we got a kicker. And he's fine. He kicks about 80-something%. That's fine. This dude here don't be missing though. So I'm not saying it's a bad pickup, and I'm not saying none of these are bad pickups. I'm just saying, man. Anyway, he from Bowling Green. I mean, then we got he from Utah. Then we got wide receiver Scott Miller from Bowling Green. Now the thing about Scott Miller is supposed to replace Adam Humphries. He's gonna be able to give us what Adam Humphrey gave us, and that's what I tried to tell y'all when Adam Humphries left. We're gonna be able to get what Adam Humphrey gives us from the draft or undrafted free agent. This guy's going to be able to give us that. Now, I will tell you this, though. He ain't as big as Adam Humphries, and Adam Humphries wasn't even big. He ain't as tough. Or at least he doesn't look like it on film. He ain't as tough as Adam Humphries neither. But he got the same skill set as Adam Humphries. So they're going to call him the Adam Humphries replacer, but we'll see. That's still see. Don't forget, man, we got receivers now. People say, oh, they should have got another receiver earlier. No. We got receivers, man. We got Mike Evans. We got Bobo Wilson. We got y'all know who we got, man. Brain farting right now, but y'all know who we got, man. God, I can't believe I forgot his name that fast. I've been drinking this damn beer. Anyway, we got wide receivers, man. Ain't no big thing. And I don't even know if this dude gonna really get on the field like that, to be honest. But he got to show out in the preseason. Then we picked up Missouri defensive tackle Terry Beckner Jr. at number 215. Look, I like this pick. Now, this pick I like. Value. Very value. Now, I feel like we could have probably picked him up as an undrafted free agent, but it don't matter. I mean, we got him as the last pick, and that's a very good pickup. I really like how he plays. He got a lot to work on, but going in our defensive tackle rotation. And anyway, any defensive tackle you get, man, right now we still got Gerald. I thought we was gonna make a draft trade, and we didn't. So we still got Jerry McCoy, we still got Vita Vea. I mean, we still got guys that we brought in to play that tackle position. And on the edge, we got JPP and we got Carl Nassib. And then we're probably gonna drop. I'm drawing blanks tonight, man. There's too many names, too many numbers. Anyway, we're gonna probably drop some of our linebackers down there to blitz off the edge too. You're gonna see Levante David blitz. You're gonna see Devin White blitz, because Devin White going right in there. I'm gonna tell you right now, he's going right in there. I think they want to move. Oh my God. Whew. Excuse me, it's late over here. I think they want to move Levante to the middle. I think they want to do that. I think they want to move Levante to the middle. Now, Levante didn't wore the green dot before. Oh, if you don't know what the green dot is, they put a green dot on the back of your helmet. That means you got communication in your helmet. That means you The coaches call the plays into you, and then you can put it out to the team. So Levante didn't call the plays before, wore the green dot before. So I think that was before we had Quan. I think they're going to move Levante over to the middle, man. That'll be dope. And then be one of the middles. We run in the 3-4, so there's 2 middle linebackers. And then let Devin White be beside him. That's going to be crazy. Like Devin White beside Levante David in the middle. That'll be crazy, man. But I do like this Beckner. Beckner will get in there on rotation. He ain't going to play that many snaps, but in the future, this dude here, Beckner, this is going to be a great pickup. So I grade our day 1 picks, which is our first round pick. I grade us with an A minus. I say A minus because he's a generational talent, or he has projected to be the generational talent. But I believe there was better picks that we could have got and addressed. But we didn't. So we went and got the little inside linebacker, and I don't really like that. But yeah, I think it's too high. Ooh, I'm gonna have to go to sleep soon. Our day 2 grade. I gotta give us a C, man. I do like the Deshaun Bunting. I do like that pick, but I don't like going back to back cornerback Jamel Dean and then safety Mike Edwards, and then I don't like that, man. I didn't like that. I just didn't like that back to back DBs like that. Like we was hurting, like we was hurting that bad. Once you picked up, and I know I keep talking in circles, but once you picked up Sean Bunting, man. With the pieces, what we already got. Look, I know we didn't win that many games last year, but Jesus, man. I know our defense looked terrible. But once you picked up that corner and you got Vernon Hargreaves coming back, man, I feel like y'all went just too hard on these DBs, man. We got a number 1 DB. We got a number 2 DB. We got a slot DB now, or a slot corner. And then we got guys that done played on this team for 2 years already. As, you know, to go in there on rotation. I know you can't ever have enough DBs, but come on, man. Then you went and got Mike Edwards right after that, the safety. Man, it's like, come on, man. What y'all trying to do? Y'all trying to load up on DBs? We must going to run a big DB, like a big corner set or something. Like, we must going to be running a lot of dime, and I just can't see us doing that and playing in our 3-4. Like, we going to run a lot of dime? Like, what y'all doing? Anyway, so I gave it a C. I gave day 3 a C. C minus, because we got the damn kicker and we got the wide receiver, the little tiny wide receiver. Now they probably gonna use him on special teams. So if that's your goal is to make him a returner, I could bump it up to a C plus, but it's a C. The only one I like, so the only picks I like is the Devin White, Sean Bunting. I like, yeah, Devin White, Sean Bunting, and then I like the Terry Beckman. I like 3 picks out of the, how many we had? 8. Again, all of these guys are going to contribute, so don't let me be negative about it. What I'm trying to tell you, and rarely does this happen. The draft don't fix your team to the point where you go from winning 5 games to winning, 13. The draft ain't going to do that. It's never going to do that. It's not expected to do that. The draft is expected to improve your team in certain areas. And with the combination of free agency plus the draft, plus the players that you already had coming back, plus the coaching is going to help you improve. The draft is just a piece of the puzzle. If you fail in the draft, that don't necessarily mean that you won't do well in the season. That just means that's how much stronger your free agency haul is going to have to be, or your coaching is going to have to be. So it's like a pie. So if you go, the slices ain't all even either. But if one slice is too small, meaning like if you fail in the draft, then your free agency slice has got to be bigger, or your coaching slice has got to be bigger, or something. Or the team that you got, the people you got coming back, has got to take a bigger chunk of that. So to be a well-balanced team, you want balance across the board. I don't feel like we got that in this draft. I'm not saying we did horrible. I'm just saying we helped ourselves a little bit. We got rid of Quan, who was suspect in coverage. We got a guy in And Devin White, who is an upgrade to Quan, to believe it or not, he's an upgrade to Quan. So that's good. But outside of that, the rest of these picks are no different than the picks we already got, except they're a lot faster. So hopefully that speed matters. Well, speed matters anyway, but hopefully the difference in their speed matters when it comes to playing in the NFC South. NFC South, you got to score a whole lot of points to win. You can't, 17 ain't going to do it. You need 30. 30 is secure to win. 28 is secure to win. 28, 30 is secure to win. If you're doing anything less than 20 points, you ain't going to win in NFC South. So we have to find ways to stop teams from scoring on us. And I get that, but you do that via the pass rush. Now, I do understand that a good DBs help the pass rush. Good pass rush helps the DBs. I get it. But when you focus all your attention on DBs, they ain't going to be enough to do it because we got runners in our division. And we got receivers in our division. So if you start locking down the pass, they're just going to run. You go against the Saints, you got Alvin Kamara out there. So if we start locking down Michael Thomas and all these receivers the Saints got, they just going to switch to the run. Then when they switch to the run, because we're in the 3-4, they're going to get to the second level. And that's where our linebackers is at. They're going to just chop down the tree like that. And then as soon as we start bringing all the DBs in close and all that, and we playing press too, what DB we got that can press Julio Jones and keep him pressed? You got to shade him underneath with a linebacker and over the top with the corner. And when you do that, the run game opens up because we playing press. Press man. Same thing with Carolina, man. They got runner. They got McCaffrey. They don't got no wide receivers though, so that's where it help us at. They ain't got wide receivers like that, so we can play ball with Carolina. But the Saints, who is the class of the league, class of the division, you don't. In my opinion, you don't help yourself with you help yourself with a dominant pass rush. We beat the Saints by keeping our hands on Drew Brees. When we keep our hands on Drew Brees all game, he can't make nothing happen. When you don't put hands on him, he gonna carve you up. DBs can't cover forever. So I think that's why they went and got speed, because they wanted y'all to be able to hang with these receivers all game and be able to catch up to them when they fake you out and all that. But I just feel like we missed an opportunity in a draft that was heavy on defensive linemen. I mean, heavy, stacked on defensive linemen. We walk away with one defensive lineman. So some might argue the theory that, well, if it's stacked on defensive line and everybody's going for defensive line because it's so stacked, then that leaves everybody else open. That leaves all the other positions open for us to just have our pick. Yeah, but then the people we pick ain't the people at the top of the board. Maybe the top of y'all board. And maybe they got some niche skills that y'all like. But overall, no, man. You picked Sean Bunting when Greedy Williams was available. You picked Devin White when they had Rashad Gary on the board. You know, or they had Jawan Taylor on the board to put him on the offensive line to protect Jameis, open up that run. We didn't get a running back. Like, you going with Rojo and Peyton Barber? Those are runners? Man, we needed to bring a young dude in. And I know we're going to get some undrafted free agents, but, man, we needed to bring a young dude in here. I would have liked for that 5th round pick to be a running back. And then you could have not drafted Bowling Green's wide receiver, Scott Miller. You could have let him stay because we got Justin Watson. Justin Watson could have filled the slot position and gave us what the hell Anna Humphrey gave. And he already on the team. And we still got Bobo Wilson. He on the team too. You could have got an offensive tackle. If I had to switch something out, I would have took away that damn kicker and I would have took away that damn wide receiver Scott Miller, even though they're going to contribute, and I would have drafted a running back and an offensive tackle. And then I would have cleaned it up with that defensive tackle, Terry Beckman. Man. I feel like we had an opportunity, and I feel like we didn't. I feel like we botched it, man. I'm not saying it's horrible, so don't get me wrong, Bucs fans. It's not horrible draft, but we could have really helped ourselves, and I don't feel like we necessarily did. I feel like we're gonna need another 2 more drafts before we can really build something strong. If this is how they're gonna be picking, then we're gonna need about 2 more drafts before we can get right. Because we're not knocking these out the park. We're not picking up stars. We're picking up niche players outside of Devin White. We're picking up very, very, very niche, specific tools players. And I don't feel like when you draft like that, I don't feel like you're hitting for the fences. You're swinging for the fences. I feel like you're trying to win. You're trying to surgically win a few more games, as opposed to saying we overhauling this thing or we finna run it. You said that we not rebuilding. You said we going for it. But you drafted and you played free agency because of money. But you played free agency like we are rebuilding. This draft is a rebuilding draft. This draft was not one of we finna go for it. You're rebuilding, and you just showed that with your draft. Not that it's horrible, but that's what you showed. So give it overall C minus. Well, I won't say a C minus, C plus. C plus draft. Look, I leave where I'm at next week, and I'll be back home. And I'll be sitting in my same chair with my same cigars. I will see y'all later. I'm going to make another video talking about the undrafted free agents, but I got to see who we sign, and then I got to look them up and see what and get my feel on it. And make my own assessment before I can tell y'all what I think. All right, man, get in the comments. I'm finna go and check the comments from the last video because I haven't went back over there yet. So let me go back to the last video to check y'all, and I'm going to upload this, and then y'all holler at me, man. Tell me what y'all thought about the draft. Where did we mess up outside of the damn kicker? What's your draft grade? If you lasted this long, subscribe, man. Hit the notification. Peace.